So as you can see, this job is actually quite a difficult job to mask up. We've got to paint inside this door jamb here. We've got to paint this quarter panel. We've got to paint inside this boot jamb and the back panel as well. So that's going to mean that we actually have to mask the boot lid open, and we'll have to mask this door so that we can actually swing it. When we're painting, we can open it up, paint the inside, and then semi-close it when we're doing the exterior. This door here is also going to have to be masked out separately, as that we can paint the whole job at once. So this car itself is just a Mitsubishi Magna. It's nothing special, but I thought it would be a good video to get some footage of the masking job, because masking stuff like this, it's the kind of thing it's not easy, and it used to sort of boggle me a little bit, I guess you could say, when I first started doing stuff like this. But if you just break it down into simple steps, it should be quite easy. So you can see there, I've already gone around, masked up all the edges by back masking it. I'll then grab my plastic, drag it underneath the boot lid. As you can see, it gets a bit stuck on the on your back masking sometimes. So we then just slice a little piece down with the razor blade to allow it to fit past the boot. So this car is also a 3-layer pearl. Otherwise I may have got the door pulled off, but you also, with 3-layer pearls, you like to get your ground coat on exactly the same and your pearl coat on exactly the same on the two panels that you're painting. So here I'm just cut that little slice down there, and then we'll pull the plastic over the quarter panel here. Same thing over the boot lid there. So then we just go around. As you can see, I've sliced the door out too. We just go around and cut it out, and then go over the top of that with tape. So this job's actually 3-layer pearl, as I said. Quite a tricky colour to match. I've actually made a video of the colour matching on this car. I've just got to get around to editing the footage of the spray work on it, and when I do, I'll be uploading that, so keep an eye out for the paint work as well. So as you can see, I've put the plastic over most of the car. I've then cut a slice down here with the razor blade, taped it down the bottom here nice and tight, so that's not going to flap around when I'm painting. I've done the same thing on this front door. I will then mask these panels separately. Same thing on this boot lid here. I've masked it around it, and then we'll grab some plastic and throw it over the other panels. So then we'll just go and mask these panels up separately. Just mask them as if they're their own job, I guess. Just taping it down, folding it in the edges. I'm just making sure it's not going to touch the inside of the quarter jamb here, which I'm actually not quite happy with it. It's a bit folded up there, so I've decided to razor blade it out and then grab a bit of tape and tuck it down nice and tightly. I've also painted the rear bumper bar off this job, the fuel door, and the front bumper bar too. So up the top here, I've flipped that very leading edge of the masking tape over, and then run it across your knee so the whole piece has been flipped over. We'll then come up to this edge on the roof here. As you can see, if you just have a straight edge there, you're going to get a bit of a line once you paint it. So this false edge is what we call it, allows it so that it's made a little bit of a lip there that the paint can actually blow underneath there, so it's not going to be a hard edge. So as you can see, the masking on this job's been done. It probably took me about 45 minutes, but it's better than the other option of painting inside this door jamb. You'll then get an edge across this line here. It may only be a fine edge, but this allows me to paint the whole job at once. You just got to make sure stuff like inside here, see how I've kept that nice and tight, so that when I shut the door, that's not actually going to hit the inside of this quarter panel door jamb. So I can then, when I'm painting, open it up, spray inside the door jamb. I can then shut the door when I'm painting the door itself. Inside here, I've made sure this is all nice and tight. It's not going to blow around and hit the panel when I'm spraying. Same thing with the boot lid. Kept all this nice and tight, made sure it's all nice and tight. So now this job's right to put some seam sealer on after I use the wax and grease remover, and then we'll start painting. So as you can see here, this is the car out in the wash bay, getting cleaned up. This is a 3-layer pearl, as I said before, so once I get around to editing the footage of me spraying it, I'll upload that, so keep an eye out for that. This is a quick clip of the car out the front in the sunlight. As you can see, it looks quite nice. You wouldn't know that it's been in a smash, so quite happy with how this job came up. So thanks a lot for watching, and this has been another Gunman production. Goodbye.